Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to talk about conditional probability of compound events without replacement. All right, so this is another example. So here's a scenario. So picnic picks. So there's a Brown family. They're on a picnic. Okay, so mom has a bag of 6 wraps and 7 sandwiches. She picks one food at random and gives it to a family member. Then she picks a second foot without replacement. Did I say foot? I'm so sorry. Then she picks a second food item without replacement. What could happen? Let's map all the possible outcomes. So if the bag has 6 wraps and 7 sandwiches at the start, so we are here right now. So because whenever you have kids, they're always like, I don't want this, I don't want this. What else you have? Right? So let's see what happens. But hopefully these kids listen to their parents, and whatever comes first, that's they're accepting. That's the storyline. All right. So stay on track. Now, the first round, let's take a look at the wrap situation. So we have 6 wraps, and the total count in the bag is 6 plus 7, which is 13. All right. So then 6 out of 13 would be on this branch. So that's the first choice. Now, in the same way, if it was a sandwich, what are the chances? It is, we have 7 sandwiches, so 7 out of 13. So that would be in here. Now, after giving that to one of the child or the family member, again, the mom is drawing food. So now what is the chance of randomly selecting a wrap? So that would be, now this is without replacement. So now as we said, they're not going to cry. They're not going to ask that they want to put it back and get another one. So now your total has to be reduced. So from 13, we have to reduce the total to 12. But if first one was a wrap, so now the wrap is gone. So 6 minus 1, so you still have 5 wraps. So it's going to be 5 out of 12. So the probability of getting 2 wraps in a row is 6 out of 13 times 5 out of 12. Remember, when you're going from left to right, it is going to be a multiplication, right? Now, after wrap, let's say you want to get a sandwich. Now, there are still 7 sandwiches. Remember, the first one is a wrap. So 7 out of, but the total has to decrease because one of the item is subtracted. So 13 minus 1, here it's 12. So now, first one is a wrap, the second one is a sandwich, and that would be 6 out of 13 times 7 out of 12. So that is 46 times 7 is 42 out of 156. So whenever you're going from left to right, just remember the rule, you're multiplying. In this manner, you would also do, let's say first one was a sandwich, it would have been 7 out of 13. And then because if first one was a sandwich, you need to subtract the total anyway and subtract the sandwich. So you ended up with 6. But whereas in this branch, you still have 6 wraps. So you would have done 6 out of 12. Now, this would be sandwich wrap. So 7 out of 13 times 6 out of 12. So 42 out of 156. So you multiply. Remember, left to right, you multiply. Now the question is, what is the chance of getting different food items? So different food items, here we have a wrap and a sandwich, or a sandwich and a wrap. So which is nothing but when you are going up and down on your sample space, these are called sample space items, right? So when you're going up and down, I said you need to add. So you're going to do 42 divided by 156 plus 42 divided by 156, which is nothing but 84 divided by 156, and that would be 53.84% or 54% chance. So if this is 54% chance, then for getting the same items like wrap and sandwich, that would be 100% minus 53%, whatever we got earlier, 53.84, that would end up as 46% chance. So wrap sandwich, that gives us 46. The other one is roughly 54. together 100%. So I hope these probability tree diagrams and how to pick and choose probability tree from left to right and the sample space you are getting. So the idea, right? To summarize, we can say wrap and wrap you multiply, uh, wrap or sandwich, or whenever I'm using or, you can add them. Okay, so those are your clues and some tips to remember based off of the question. Figure out what strategies to use and solve the problem. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Hopefully, you enjoy some spring picnic as well. Bye bye.